Welcome to Yak Talk. Today is a three-parter. Yes, 3 parts for the price of, well, no, it's free, it's on YouTube, I guess. This 3-part story arc will focus on whether the new Star Trek series, coming out in January 2016 as CBS All Access streaming, is in the Prime universe or the new universe created by the J.J. Abrams movies. Last part is going to be a Battle Royale. Pow, pow, pow. To see how the two arguments line up. Point 1. For the argument that's going to be in the Prime universe is the distribution model. Oh yes, lots of people say they love the new Star Trek movies, having the ads all the time. I never knew I was a Star Trek fan until I saw the new Abrams movies. And true, there are a lot of people who have become fans of the series since the new movies have come out. At the same time, I'm going to ask this question. Are these new people on the bandwagon going to be willing to pay $5.99 a month to watch the new Trek, plus all the old Trek too? I mean, I have a feeling that the old Trek that's available right now, currently streaming on Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime, days are numbered. Well, the question is, will they be willing to shell out that kind of cash? I'm going to tell you, these guys will. So why is that a big point? The hardcore old Trek fans, like myself, like the Prime universe more. We're fine with the new universe. Some people will go up on how much they hate it, but in reality, we prefer the old one. It's deeper, we have a stronger emotional attachment to it, and there's just more there, and there's plenty to explore. So what does that mean? Well, if you set the new series in the Prime universe, it's really only got to be mediocre at best, at least to start with. It's probably even continuing to get my ilk to keep watching it. And if you have to set in the new universe, you're going to have to make it fantastic from the get-go to keep the old fan base happy. Point 2. CBS and Paramount don't exactly get along. This isn't like the Marvel universe where everything is owned by Disney. Well, okay, not everything. I mean, okay, Fox owns X-Men and the Fantastic Four is owned by somebody else, and there's this huge controversy about which theme parks have which characters with Universal. Okay, it's not quite as clear cut, but in general, Disney owns the vast majority of the Marvel universe. Heck, they even got Sony to give them Spider-Man back. We're talking about a franchise that just prints money. That's Spider-Man, and Sony gave it back to Disney. People who don't understand what I'm getting to here is that Paramount owns the rights to the Star Trek films. CBS owns the rights to Star Trek on television. And the key thing here, they don't get along. The new TV series takes place in the new universe. CBS is going to have to give money and give kudos to Paramount to make it work. In addition, not just give kudos, CBS's new TV series is going to be second fiddle to the new movies. Example, The Avengers to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And in reality, do you really expect someone to be second fiddle to someone they can't stand? On top of all of this, so let's put the anger and the emotions and the rivalry aside, the two of them, CBS and Paramount, would have to coordinate. And that brings us to point 3. Coordinating is a pain. Trying to line up 2 distinct TV series, Flash and the Arrow, is pretty hard. Then, try to line up a TV series, which is produced on a schedule that's pretty rapid, versus a movie which takes years to make, that can easily get delayed. Trying to line that up is really, really hard. Sprinkle on that the fact that they don't get along with each other. Even Warner Brothers, who owns the content to television, movies, video games, and everything for the DC universe, there's pretty strong rumors that they are not going to make it a uniform world. The Arrowverse with the Flash and Arrow be one thing, and the new Batman and Superman movie's going to be another, because coordination is really hard and very difficult to do. I'm going to take a little side here for a second and explain what I mean by difficult. I mean difficult in the way that the amount of time, resources that it would take to coordinate the efforts to make them work together would not make enough money. Another point about the whole coordination thing is that the whole connected universe thing, it's very big in comic books, crossovers, all that stuff. Well, in Star Trek, it's not as big of a deal. I mean, yes, DS9 ran at the same time as Voyager, but Voyager was out in the Delta Quadrant, and it was running at the same time as TNG, but they really weren't crossing over except for maybe a couple episodes. Put on top of that, series tended to grab something and make it their own. The Borg belonged to Voyager. Mirror Universe belonged to DS9. Enterprise, we don't know what's going on there. Now I know many of you feel like I left out probably tons of valid points. The reason why I focused on these three is I felt like these are the ones that are really going to affect what a decision a CBS executive was going to make. If you got additional points, please list them in the comments below and we'll put them in the Battle Royale. Thanks very much. Keep living the life fantastic.